The subject of our discussion is Handloom Weaving Enterprise for Organized Women Weavers as Livelihood. Assam, being a northeastern state of India, is still far behind in respect of manufacturing and service sector. Among a few trades, handloom weaving has been taken as unrecognized manufacturing handwork since long back of pre-independent era, and only to meet up the household requirements of family and local consumption. Gradually, after independence, though an atmosphere restricted only to homely requirement producing handwork, it has been changing and stepping towards commercial lines slowly and confined in a very few locations, only with a very few numbers. But entire trade managed by women weavers, largely using traditional primitive looms, having low productivity. The government department agencies have tried from their level to popularize handloom weaving as livelihood, primarily for rural people, but the outcome is very pathetic till now. Various ethnic societies in Assam, from the time of immemorial, using handloom to produce their dresses, etc., with their own minimum skill for design and continuing the same for a long time, has been regarded and accepted as their ethnic dress with pride, and identified them as particular cultural tradition of the groups. The tribes using handloom as their cottage industries are Mishing, Deori, Thai, Ahom Badhos, Karbis, Thai Phakis, Rabas, Rajbangsis, Phakyals, Tiwas, etc. The immigrated class, people who has become the permanent inhabitants of Assam, acquired the available raw know-how of handloom culture and engaged themselves to produce dresses with their own design to wear. Thus, as per dresses, the groups have been identified at a glance to which community they belong. The device and techniques of handloom have been developing day by day. Still, many numbers of weavers in Assam are using the conventional types of handlooms, either due to lack of information of changing scenario, lack of knowledge, financial strain, absence of commercial outlook, etc. Though it is claimed by some corners of their success with statistical data, but the ground reality is almost gloomy. Ours being a non-profit organization, have surveyed with house to house, visiting some locations of few districts of Assam. Our findings are that major numbers of women weavers are very much keen to take up handloom weaving as their sustainable livelihoods if supported with training for design development, application of new devices and techniques, bank linkage, marketing facility, easy availability of raw material, etc. And further, they are seen to be enthusiastic to deal with bulk finished products by organized weavers forum. The women weavers who have some basic knowledge in using handlooms urgently draws serious attention to the shortfall. To compete commercially in the market, as per report of Handloom and Textile Department, Government of Assam, 25 lakhs handloom weavers benefited directly and indirectly, and 26,000 handlooms are commercially used against 12 lakhs existing handlooms. We have failed to collect the breakup of the declared statistical data on the basis of panchayat, block and district wise, and preferably the names and address of the weavers including their yearly commercial turnover, types of handlooms they are using, and other related information from concerning government department. But we have not abandoned our effort to collect the same. Our organization, with limited resources, tried our utmost to find a ground reality even from the grassroots to boost up the handloom sector for the rural women weavers from conventional use to the line of trade and commerce for their sustainable income. While interacting with them by our women activists of Sila Lipi organization, rays of hopes reported to be visible in their faces. It is convinced that the women weavers are very much eager to utilize handloom as their sustainable livelihood. Our activists surveyed in the area of Narayanpur, Lakhimpur district, area of Tangla, Odalguri districts, Kaliyavar subdivision, of Nagaon districts, and Naharkatia of Dibrugarh district, and Swalkisi of Kamrup district. In Narayanpur, mostly Mission community and the Baro community in Tangla and weavers of Swalkisi of Kamrup districts are seem to be one step ahead than weavers of Kaliyavar subdivision, Nagaon district, and Naharkatia of Dibrugarh district. The handloom finished products of Mission community seem to gain a little popularity in non-Mission community also. So, if shortfall as mentioned above are addressed properly, creating the atmosphere of entrepreneurships and with proper feedback and monitoring arrangement, success shall not be far behind. After survey, we have sorted out more than 100 numbers of energetic, enthusiastic, and business-minded women weavers per said locations who have supplied us some information in our format with self-photographs and proper signatures in the field of forms. Now, we are contemplating to organize the selected weavers in some one platform with a legal status, preferably as cooperative society. Cooperative society enjoys some incentives from government and such administrative grant in aid, soft loan with a very low interest, etc. So, the financial status of our selected weavers for this project draws our attention to form cooperative society. The Handloom Weaving project, organizing the selected women weavers in one platform that we are contemplating to undertake at the behest of NABARD, needs to be focused initially on massive training, both theoretical and practical. On theoretical part, awareness emphasis on financial literacy, achievement motivation training, opportunity identification guidance, knowledge of supporting agencies and schemes, preparation of project report, profile, management resources, human materials, money, marketing aspects, bookkeeping and accountancy. Apart from these, it is needed to be mentioned that normally the bank hesitate to finance the rural enterprises due to some reasons. The distance from the bank branch to the entrepreneurs, short of sufficient bank staff, the lack of knowledge of keeping book of accounts by the entrepreneurs, cash used by the village entrepreneurs in multiple livelihood, having no planning, even lose capital. In this case, we are ready to visit the borrower every week on behalf of the bank if financing bank agrees. We shall try to take the advantage of Mudra Bank. In the practical training part, the uses of advanced device and techniques in conventional handlooms and their functioning shall have to be imparted. As the weavers are already acquainted with the conventional type of handlooms and have the basic knowledge on it, the use of modified handlooms and additional devices such as jacquard machine, wooden, metal fly shuttle, frame looms having modern features with techniques shall have to be trained to it, and that shall be followed with use of different quality of yarns, design developing, sense of colors matching, etc. It is very much important to collect quick information regarding the trend of the market. The proposed organization shall have to be prepared to read the elasticity of demand in the market. In this case, government agencies like Northeastern Handicrafts and Handloom Development Corporation, ArtFed, BOFED, etc. can play a major role, and we are already in touch with them in advance. Further, any HSDC has assured us on principle to facilitate the producers to take part in fairs in national and international level after meeting up some formalities by the proposed participants. Eyeballs on local market should be fixed at all the time and should go for production accordingly. On the above context, we feel handloom weaving can be sustainable livelihood, trade for rural weavers, and we shall approach financial institutions like banks, etc., to advance loans to the proposed producer organizations, and we shall take the pain of closely monitoring right from commercial production at least to the level of attainment of the break-even point. So we have made up our mind to step up into the venture with the support of NABARD. Thank you very much.